You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
New at 5, the FBI is investigating a man who made a comment about a bomb because he was unhappy with his seat on an airplane. Police say officers responded to the gate at the Orlando International Airport Sunday night as that plane was getting ready to close its doors. Police say the male passenger was upset over a seat and then made that comment about the bomb, which was overheard by other passengers. All of them were then forced to get off the plane. Nothing suspicious was found and the airplane did eventually take off, but officers questioned the man and then turned the investigation over to the FBI. New information about a formerly secret program involving air marshals, the TSA, and the behavior of everyday passengers being tracked. ABC's Maggie Ruley shows us more about this controversial program called Quiet Skies.
As you're going through your normal pre-flight routine, the TSA may already be watching you, even following you around the airport and onto the plane without you even knowing. The Boston Globe first reporting on the program called Quiet Skies. The TSA says it specifically targets U.S. citizens not in the terrorist screening database or suspected of any wrongdoing.
It's highly inefficient at best and a waste of money at worst.
The TSA tells ABC News this is not a surveillance program and it does not take race or religion into account. They say they put individuals on the Quiet Skies list for many reasons, like if they have suspicious erratic travel patterns.
There's really not even enough evidence to suggest that these are the people that ought to be followed. This is sort of like looking for a needle in a haystack.
An undercover U.S. Marshal is then assigned to follow that person, taking notes on what they do, who they talk to, even if they use the bathroom. Some of the behaviors that Marshall will watch closely for include excessive fidgeting or sweating, using a computer, a jump in their Adam's apple, a cold, penetrating stare, or if they boarded last. But the Air Marshal Association president is wary about the program, telling the Globe in part, currently the Quiet Skies program does not meet the criteria we find acceptable. Dozens of air marshals have spoken anonymously to the Boston Globe. They say they follow about 35 people every day, thousands of people in total, and claim these have included a young businesswoman, a flight attendant, even a fellow law enforcement officer. Maggie Ruley, ABC News, New York.
Now to new developments surrounding a Sarasota man who's accused of shooting and killing a Fort Myers police officer. 29-year-old Wisner Dismerit was denied bond this morning during his first court appearance. He was booked in the Lee County Jail last night, just hours before that hearing. Authorities are pursuing 9 charges made against him. Police say Dismerit shot Officer Adam Jobbers Miller at a Fort Myers gas station on July 21st. After fighting for his life for more than a week, Officer Jobbers Miller passed away this past Saturday. A grand jury will be convened to consider that case.
New developments about the man charged with killing 5 people in an Annapolis, Maryland newspaper. A court appearance for Jared Ramos was scheduled for today, but late this morning a judge announced it had been taken off the docket. The appearance was no longer needed because Ramos's lawyer formally entered his client's appearance by filing documents, including requests for discovery and a speedy trial. Police say Ramos killed 5 people and injured 2 others when he opened fire inside the Capital Gazette newsroom back on June 28th.
Happening in Florida, prosecutors are asking the Florida Supreme Court to take up a dispute about whether more surveillance camera footage should be released from the Parkland school shooting. Last week, an appeals court upheld a circuit judge's ruling that the footage should be made available. But on Friday, the Broward County State Attorney's Office filed a notice of taking that issue to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, however, indicated today that it would not move forward with that case until after the appeals court rules on a motion for rehearing.
Florida is sending more firefighters to help battle raging wildfires in California. This weekend, the Florida Forest Service deployed a 12-member team from North Florida to bring 5 brush trucks to that effort. The team is expected to arrive in California on Wednesday. The state sent 20 hand crew firefighters last week to help suppress the fire in the Sierra National Forest. That's estimated to take 2 more weeks to fully contain. Remember to get the latest breaking news from across the area and across the state as well as your First Alert weather forecast. You can download our app. Just go to your app store and look for WWSB or My Suncoast.
Well, that weather app came in handy for me today. I was at the gym and there was a huge thunderstorm coming, and it notified me and let me know that there was lightning in the area, and I stayed a little bit longer at the gym for that.
Good in both ways.
There we go, right?
Work out too.
Well, speaking of that, let's head over to meteorologist Josh Stone for a look at our First Alert forecast.
All right, thanks so much, Scott and Jacqueline. Right now, looking in Sarasota, well, it's mostly cloudy skies and some light rain falling. Had a heavier cell that moved through downtown. That has now moved eastward. Bradenton, shower activity, and also Venice, we have some heavier storms taking place. So the radar is pretty active right now on this Monday afternoon. Most of the heavy stuff right now is east of I-75. And that's been there for quite some time. It looks like this is not moving very much, so we may have some issues with ponding on some of the roads out there. And also, so there's some heavier showers in the Gulf making their way up from the south. We'll watch that. But right now in Sarasota, downtown Sarasota, and just to the west of 75 on Fruitville Road, some steady showers. Not the heaviest stuff, though, east of 75 around Arcadia. Watching this cell here, really hasn't moved much at all over the last half hour or even 40 minutes, so producing heavy rain and also some lightning strikes. Doesn't look like there's any sort of warning on it, at least yet, but again, it could be producing some heavy rain, causing some ponding on the roads, if not some flooding some areas. Also down to the south, there's a little cell in Charlotte County, but it's not as intense. Looks like that's starting to fizzle out. As we go through the mid-evening hours, we'll still see some storms. Then they'll start to wind down through the overnight, and things look to be pretty quiet for the rest of our Monday evening into early Tuesday. But as we get into tomorrow, looks like another chance for rain to develop just like we had today. As far as our overnight lows for this evening, dropping down into the very pleasant mid-70s. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Josh. We're exactly 2 weeks away now from the first day of school, and buying school supplies seems to get more expensive each year.
ABC7's Rebecca Fernandez joins us now live with how one business is trying to ease the stress for a few families in the community. Rebecca?
Jacqueline, Scott, well, it all started with a Facebook post offering to help one family with some school supplies. But after seeing just how many people needed help, Jessica Myers decided to pitch in for a few more.
She said that I had some families that needed help, and I said, go for it, whatever you need to do.
Jessica Myers and her boss, John Kamore, are sponsoring 5 children for this upcoming school year.
School supplies have gotten so expensive. It's really hard for a lot of these families to come up with enough money to be able to even handle one child, let alone several.
They're using their own money to purchase dozens of notebooks, pens, pencils, everything on the long list.
3 packages of 12.
These students range from kindergarten to high school, but all the supplies they need add up to a very similar amount, which Jessica says is what initially made her want to help.
And our school supply list was absolutely insane, and I always felt really bad because my mom was a single parent and I knew she couldn't afford these things, and there was nothing I could do but because I needed this stuff for school.
And just being able to help these kids start the year on the right foot is what means the most to this duo.
Well, it's really great to be able to have the means to take care of these kids. I know that a lot of these kids are not taken care of and not getting what they need on a regular basis. And we're just so blessed to be able to reach out and support more families in the community as well.
They'll be surprising these students closer to the start of the school year. And as we know they'll be happy, their parents will be too. Live in Venice tonight, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC7, your Suncoast News. Back to you guys.
Rebecca, thank you. Here on the Suncoast, 3 Sarasota school board seats are up for grabs and 8 candidates are fighting for your vote. Tonight, we're introducing you to the candidates from District 1. ABC7's Alan Cohn joins us with a preview of what's to come tonight on ABC7 at 7.
Jacqueline, there are 2 candidates running for District 1's seat, Bridget Ziegler and Nick Guy. Ziegler is the incumbent. She is a risk management consultant, has served on the school board for the past 4 years. Guy is a former educator teaching 7th grade social studies in the south side of St. Petersburg. While this is technically a nonpartisan race, Ziegler is a Republican and Guy is a Democrat.
I always run, and I still continue to run on this, but it's transparency, fiscal accountability, and ensuring that there's a voice for parents at the board.
Keeping our kids safe has always been the most important thing that any leader in a school district has to consider, but that's more important now than ever.
It might be the most heated school board election in 2018, and both candidates will be at the Trapezoid tonight at 7. Back to you.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Alan. The city of Sarasota is hiring as it gets ready to take on the operation and maintenance of 5 popular parks and recreation facilities. The city is looking for qualified people to become part of the Parks and Recreation team. Positions range from landscape professionals to lifeguards for numerous facilities, including Payne Park, Arlington Park, and the Robert L. Taylor Community Complex. You can apply online at sarasotafl.gov. Still to come in your Suncoast News, Senator Bill Nelson calling for a federal investigation into the company behind SunPass system errors.
Why he says that company has burdened consumers with extensive toll charges.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease a new Subaru Impreza today for just $155 a month. Or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
For many parents, the dinner table can be a war zone, but should you pressure your picky eater to eat? Here's ABC's Stephanie Ramos.
The age-old battle of child versus broccoli has disrupted dinner time in households everywhere. Many of us grew up not allowed to leave the table until our plates were clean. But a new study shows that the fights at dinner are not really helping kids long term. The kids in the study were ages 2 to 6, prime time for refusing greens. When parents pressured the picky eaters to eat, the study shows the kids did not grow at healthier rates and did not stop being picky. Experts tell us that while babies eat frequently and triple their weight in the first year of life, it's normal for a toddler's appetite to slow and for them to start telling us what they like. So what can you do if your toddler's choices are making dinner difficult? Experts say keep eating as a family as much as you can. Fight the urge to make a separate meal and give them healthy options to choose from. Remember, a child's relationship with food develops early in life. With this Medical Minute, I'm Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
It can be a challenge, that's for sure. Now let's head over to meteorologist Josh Stone. He's in for Bob tonight with our first alert forecast. Josh.
All right, thanks, Scott. We're going to look at our live tower cam downtown Sarasota. You can see it's kind of cloudy and also some showers taking place. Looks like the heaviest stuff is inland right now. I'll show you the Casey Key webcam, and today started off fairly nice, and then clouds rolled in off the Gulf of Mexico. Showers and storms were the case as we went through the afternoon. Right now it's 75 in Sarasota, cloudy, some light showers right now. Dew point 73 earlier. The dew point spiked up to around 78. And that just tells us how much moisture there is in the atmosphere and the juice for the atmosphere to produce these heavy showers and storms. You can see the radar, there's a lot of green on it, yellow, orange, and even some red. And let's take you on a radar tour here of where the heaviest showers are right now. Downtown Sarasota, some light showers, maybe moderate showers around University Boulevard and 41. As we go eastward, we're monitoring a heavier cell. Looks like now it's finally pushing to the north and east of Arcadia, but a lot of reds here. Very heavy rain coming out. At one time, looks like this one cell was just over Arcadia, around the vicinity, and wasn't moving very much. So producing some heavy wet weather, maybe over an inch, definitely, probably maybe an inch and a quarter or even more than that. Also some lightning strikes down here in Charlotte County. Most of these cells here are eastern Charlotte County or mid-Charlotte County and in rural areas, but still producing some heavy rain. Today we hit a high of 87 degrees above the average of 90. Our record was set back in 1998 of 96 degrees. As far as rainfall goes, this graphic's a little skewed. Only 0.10 inches of rain today, but as we showed you, we have a lot of rain around the Suncoast on this Monday afternoon. So it just depends where you set up the gauge of measuring the rainfall. This obviously is at the airport, but still plenty of rain to go around. We are basically 2 inches under where we should be for this time of the year, but I think we're going to quickly catch up on that as we go through this work week with more rain in the forecast. Water vapor imagery showing plenty of moisture in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. A couple of areas low pressure here. Those swing around counterclockwise. You have high pressure in the southeast of Florida, swings around clockwise, and that's helping to fuel the moisture and bring in this moisture from the south to produce these heavy showers and storms with the heating of the day as we go through the afternoon. So the forecast as far as wet weather goes looks to wind down as we get to the mid to late evening hours of tonight. Maybe a few rogue showers and storms could develop in the Gulf of Mexico in the overnight, but those probably won't migrate onshore. Tropics are quiet, so that's good. We like to talk about quiet conditions in the tropics during the hurricane season. Looks like a pretty good boating forecast for a Tuesday. South winds at 10 knots, sea is 2 to 3 feet maybe, and calling for light conditions in the bays. But again, we get to do all over again with the showers and storms developing in the late morning hours and the early afternoon with some lightning strikes. So look out for that if you're bringing your boat out into the Gulf. 76 for the overnight low as we get into our high tomorrow, 89, and basically that's where we should be because our average, as we showed you, is 90 for this time of the year. So this wet weather will continue for at least a good portion of the week into the mid to latter part of the work week. Then things start to die down by the weekend. I shouldn't say die down, but they start to lessen as far as the rain chance. You go from 50 to 60% chance throughout this work week, and then dry air above us starts to creep in from the east, and that will slowly decrease the rain chance as we get into our Saturday, Sunday, and into early next week. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Josh. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. We are seeing some backups on State Road 70 this evening between US 301 and the State Road 64 intersection. Traffic is slow going in both of the north and southbound lanes, but the southbound lanes are a little more congested, so keep that in mind if you're heading home. Scott?
Senator Bill Nelson is calling for a federal investigation into the company behind SunPass system errors. Nelson and U.S. Senator Gary Peters of Michigan want the Federal Trade Commission to investigate conduit state and local solutions. State transportation officials in Florida blame the company for an upgrade to the system that resulted in delayed and inaccurate charges to SunPass customers. SunPass suspended posting charges in June for what was supposed to be a week during that upgrade, but charges did not resume posting until a month later. The request from the senator says the company has burdened consumers with unneeded toll charges.
Starting this Wednesday, it will be legal to post plans for 3D printable guns online. This comes after gun control groups lost an emergency bid on Friday. Back in 2013, Cody Wilson posted plans for a 3D printable gun. The government ordered him to remove it, arguing that the plans could violate international traffic in arms regulations. Wilson complied, but then sued the federal government in 2015. The settlement exempts Wilson and his organization from export restrictions and pays a portion of his legal fees. Well, just weeks after the last Babies R Us store closed its doors, Walmart is now ramping up its assortment of products geared towards new parents. Last week, Walmart updated its website to include a larger selection of baby products. Walmart said searches for baby and nursery items on its website have increased nearly 40% within the past year. So in an effort to fill that void left by Babies R Us, the company has added more than 30,000 baby-themed items to its website. Several other retailers have also set out to pick up where Toys R Us and Babies R Us left off, including Target and Bye Bye Baby.
Tesla is now selling surfboards. The high-tech car company put these boards up for sale online Saturday for $1,500 each. They only made 200 and they quickly sold out. The product description says they've got the same finish as Tesla cars and are made with a special lightweight carbon fiber. The boards are now showing up on eBay with asking prices hitting $5,000.
I wonder what the difference might be for a surfer versus a regular board or a short board, long board versus one of those. Maybe somebody will post a video and we'll see.
Well, maybe they're faster, just like the electric cars.
Maybe, there we go.
We'll see.
Well, stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7.
I still am continuing to run on this, but it's transparency, fiscal accountability, and ensuring that there's a voice for parents at the board.
Keeping our kids safe has always been the most important thing that any leader in a school district has to consider.
Incumbent Bridget Ziegler, challenger Nick Guy running for District 1 of the Sarasota School Board. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have both candidates at the trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Being empowered starts with getting informed, looking closer. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. But many of us don't know there are different types of breast cancer with different characteristics. That was me. Learning about the specifics of my diagnosis gave me the confidence to make informed treatment decisions with my doctor. This meant everything to me and my family. So take another look. Ask another question. Learn more at notonetype.org.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Now to allegations rocking CBS tonight. 6 women accusing Chairman and CEO Les Moonves of decades of sexual misconduct.
After a meeting today, the CBS Board of Directors wants outside counsel to investigate the accusations of sexual misconduct. According to one source, at least some board members raised the idea that Moonves should step aside during the probe. But CBS said no other action was taken on the issue at today's meeting. In a statement, Moonves said that decades ago there were times when he, quote, may have made some women uncomfortable by making advances. Moonves said he regrets his mistakes, but that he respected if anyone said no.
Former WWE wrestler Brian Christopher Lawler has passed away. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says the 46-year-old was an inmate at the Hardeman County Jail, where he was being held on DUI and evading arrest charges. The agency said corrections officers administered CPR until paramedics arrived on scene. Lawler later died in a nearby hospital. An investigation into his death is now underway.
Singer Bobby Brown is hoping to build a shelter for domestic violence victims in Atlanta in honor of his late daughter. Brown receiving a proclamation from the city of South Fulton's mayor and other officials for his plans to build the Bobby Christina Brown Serenity House. Bobby Christina died 3 years ago at the age of 22. She's also the daughter of Whitney Houston, who passed away in 2012.
Lindsay Lohan is returning to television, but this time the former child star is giving producing a try. MTV announced today that it is working with Lohan to develop a new reality show. The docuseries will follow Lohan as she works to open Lohan Beach House, a restaurant boutique based in Mykonos, Greece. Lohan will serve as the show's executive producer in partnership with MTV and Bunham Murray Productions. That show is set to premiere in 2019.
And we'll be right back with more news. Stay with us.